SMT Nation, we back. Yes, T-Mobile news. T-Mobile, the gift that keeps on giving. Post T-Mobile and Sprint merger. They've gone ahead and laid off everyone via a Zoom call. I'll go ahead and link this article for you guys from the T-Mobile report. Do with it what you may. Here are some of the major components of this layoff. Essentially, what we've been kind of monitoring is all the different layoffs and, eliminating departments and terminating jobs, all the different things. I mean, just recently it was engineering. Before that, it was retail. Then it was realignments and reductions and job redundancy eliminations. I mean, pretty much since the Sprint merger, T-Mobile has done their best to reduce their workforce. All of this, of course, to try to become more profitable. There's a lot of merger concessions, and there's specific items that T-Mobile is going to be held to as it pertains to the T-Mobile and Sprint merger, allowing them to have that. Regulators have indicated, and there's promises from T-Mobile, these types of things. One of the things that was great about Sprint is that they had these like in-store locations where you could take your broken devices and get your devices fixed. I would assume that with this news, you're probably not going to be able to do that anymore. It says here T-Mobile has decided to go, um, you know, full all on out in-store repair stations. Uh, you know, and it works. I like the business model. People buy their phones from the stores. Something happens, they get a break, a damaged iPhone or whatever. And at the time, it was working because Sprint, was working with Assurant. There was two companies, Assurion and Assurant, and the company, T-Mobile was partnering. Sprint was partnering with Assurant, and workers, that were employed there, it was full scale staff. Now it looks like T-Mobile's going to just bail, and they don't want to do that anymore. So that means they're probably going to be partnering and just having stuff sent in to whatever company they're going to have do it outsourced. Last night, it looks like an email was sent to all in-store retail repair employees, informing them not to go into work. That's warning sign. That's a buckshot right there. And then instead, go to a Zoom call. And then they were basically they were let off and terminated by a Zoom call. I just want to say that for people that are affected by this, I'm sorry this is happening. This happened with engineering. It's happening with retail. This is just another, piece to the thing. News first broke on Reddit, from what I understand. Thousands of people found out this way is really disrespectful. Assurant, obviously, nothing they can do about this, right? I think what's going to happen now is T-Mobile's going to have some kind of a repair program with that cell phone repair company, that 500 CPR or whatever. This is done and over with. A lot of people losing their jobs. Hopefully they can bounce back quickly, find a new place of employment. Guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know, like literally before I do these things, before I make these videos, I try to kind of put together the way I can do this. It's gotten utterly ridiculous. Like I want to be compassionate, and I know there's going to be some people in the comment section that say things like, oh, this is big business. This is how corporations work. You should be used to it by now. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? It's just not, I'm not going to be down with that. So I usually love the engagement, and I look forward to reading what you guys have to say. But any type of inconsiderate commentary, it's just not going to have a place on this particular video, because it's just thousands upon thousands let go. The one thing I've always respected and appreciated about the T-Mobile company has been their willingness to compete, that fierce, ferocious, they want to add market share, they want to grow, they want to give customers great deals, all these things. I've always respected and appreciated that. But when it comes like post-merger, when it comes to things like this and how they treat people in employment, they are as dirty as it goes. This is by far, like you look at the culmination of these layoffs, it's just one thing after the other. I would venture a guess, I don't have the exact numbers. If you count off all those layoffs from the very beginning, when they said everybody has a seat at the table, to like layoff round number 1, layoff round number 2, layoff round number 3, we're probably at layoff round number 4 or 5. and it's by the thousands, folks. So saying that like you're going to be job positive, right, post merger, saying that you're going to create all these new jobs, there's just no way in hell you can manipulate the math to indicate that you have been adding jobs. It's not happening. There's just too much loss in this, right? And you know, look, all these companies are the same. Anybody who has ever defended a corporation on any level is sadly mistaken. You need to remember this moment. Remember this moment on Sneed Mobile Tech. Remember all these videos I've made about corporations when they lay people off, keeping the same energy. I get amped up about this against AT&T. I got amped up about this with Verizon. I get amped up about it with T-Mobile too. They are nobody's friend. They don't do you any favors. They've fired people I know. They've laid off people I know. They've laid off people you probably know. You know, some of you out there. It hurts. It hurts to know that, you know, and especially at a time where job security and recession fear and all this is happening, it couldn't come at a worse time. But again, the bottom line for them is just, hey, we consumed a carrier. We did exactly what we did. We're getting what we want out of this. They don't care. I mean, just look at the CEO. Just look at his pay scale. I'm sure it's accelerated. I'm sure that the upper executives have gotten nothing but pay bumps and salary upgrades and bonuses for doing things like this. There's no difference between T-Mobile and AT&T. There's no difference between Mike Sievert and John Stankey. There's no difference between Hans and these guys. They're all the same. They're all the same, folks. It's just the way it is. So keep the same energy and don't forget this moment. All these companies are the same. You know, this is the way they're always going to be. Just letting you guys know we got this update. That's all. Comment down below. You are the voice of the people of the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Like, share, subscribe for more. See you all in the next video. Peace.